out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
All right, everyone. 00 Dark 30. This is John coming at you live out of the bunker, blasting into, looks like, the darkness. Folks, enough is enough. Enough is enough, and it is happening now. Now, everyone wants everything to be fixed all at once, like it's an event, like it's a light switch you can throw. Folks, things are a process. Process. From step to step, phase to phase, from beginning to end, there's a lot of different things that have to happen. And it is happening. I want you to know that. Your participation in this channel, your participation in life, you are participating in a revolution, believe it or not, against evil and scum. Yes, you are. Let me explain. It's been ongoing. And it is, folks, absolutely pervasive. It is part of every facet of our life now. That has how strong and how, should I say, intricate and just how deep the war is against all of us. We've noted it's everything. It's military, it's economic, it's educational, it's social, it's financial, it's international. We're in World War III, folks. We're fighting for every little piece of our lives and our freedoms. Idaho is trying to expand. Counties and entire swaths of area in Oregon are trying to leave. That is a secessionist movement. Free association is causing people to say, no more. We're not your slaves. We don't have to do what the big cities want. Folks, California is engaged in the same act and has been for over 20 years, trying to get away from the socialism and the absolute scum of the Democrats, their so-called democracy. And so the Democrats have pushed harder. The freaks have pushed harder. Everyone's pushing harder. They're becoming more violent. Shit has hit the fan. They've tried controlling us with pandemic. They tried threatening us. They're taxing the shit out of us. They'd say, we're going to take away your food. We're going to steal your children. Take our poison. Put up with our bullshit. Sustain yourselves on our lies and crap. That is what's happening right now, folks. The war is on. The fight is on. You are part of it. It's not going to end in one day. There's not going to be a decisive blow. There won't be a debate that ends it all. This is a long, terrible, drawn-out process, and it continues. Don't lose faith. Don't lose heart, but we have one hell of a fight in front of us. People are tired. People are exhausted. They're like, enough is enough of this shit already. Folks, when people start saying that, that is when the violence starts to happen. On one side or the other, that's when the violence starts to happen. I'm going to give you a raw example. Down in Southern California, parents are rejecting and rebelling against the schools and the school system and their grooming and their demands that their children be sacrificed to their perverted gods who are pied up, dressed up to look like some androgynous sex being, these drag queens. They are just absolutely filthy, folks. Parents have had enough, and a brawl broke out. Not between Proud Boys and Antifa, but between dads, fathers, dads, men who have had enough of this shit. They're protesting against their children being used as sex toys and being sterilized and being bullied and pushed around and everything else that you can imagine that these freaks are doing in school to children. Dads have had enough. Folks, men and women everywhere have had enough. Enough is enough. Change is happening and the push is going back. I've told you that this is going to end for these fruitcakes. They're being used and it's going to be pushed away. Now, of course, in Democrat areas, as in democracy, they're going to say, well, we voted for this and we're allowing it and we don't care. Well, that's where they're going to fight and continue to fight the hardest. Rural areas need to fight back and kick these freaks out of the school boards and get the teachers reined in or fire them. Tell them there's a dress code. You cannot have green, blue, red, purple, orange, yellow hair. You have to have a natural hair color. You have to wear normal clothes. Put the fucking teachers in a dress code. Not allowed to look like a sack of shit and an advertising banner for communism. You're not allowed to have pride flags in school. It's a religion. You're not allowed to have communist flags in a school. It's a religion. And not only is it a religion, but they're teaching that religion and that religious doctrine and indoctrinating the kids into self-castration, self-destruction, self-hatred, self-loathing, and self-destructive behavior, as well as medical decisions. People have had enough. Folks, they've also had enough with Joe Biden and his fucking antics, and the antics of Democrats in D.C. They've had enough. They're pissed off. They're tired. Too much is going on, folks. Too much is getting caught and nothing is being done about it, and people are getting pissed. Understand and believe when I say revolution is on us right now. The fight is on, folks, but it is a quiet paper fight. There's a fight in the media. Look at how this channel has been silenced and cut back. Absolutely cut back. They're cutting it back to just the most diehard people that they can't keep away, people that know to look. They unsubscribe us. They censor us. They silence us. They shut us down. But we're still here fighting. Keep fighting these bastards. That's all I have to say. You've got to keep fighting them. There's no room, folks, for losers in any war. There's only room for the winner. These people are weak and they're losers, and they want us to give up before we realize that. They are weak, and so they pretend to be strong. They don't have support, so they shift and send their fruitcakes everywhere. I am really proud that those fathers stood up for their children and that they stopped taking shit off of the Antifa, the BLM, and the LGBT crowd. I'm proud of parents everywhere for fighting back to the point where the government calls them domestic terrorists, while they sit back and use the media and propaganda and threats, using the IRS, the DHS, the FBI to threaten and harass people. And parents are saying, too bad. Americans are saying, that's enough. We're making demands. You're boycotting the shit out of these fruitcakes and telling them no more. And they're suffering. It's a war, folks. It's a war, and we're taking it to them. Have no doubts. Have no doubts at all, folks. It is on. And that's why I'm here every single day. That's why I train every single day. I keep current every single day. I'm out there meeting people, talking to people every single day. Because this matters. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. Always faithful. Semper Fi.